Welcome to Linux Overdose. This is episode 18, part 2. And it's just a continuance of the installment of CentOS 7, the KDE version. And I believe I got all the kinks and everything that I was experiencing. So we'll go ahead and boot up into the virtual machine that has CentOS 7. We'll just go ahead. And it's booting up. It's giving a few seconds so you have a choice to pick the other options. And you see I got it full screen now. I'm going to keep the Virtualbox open for just a few seconds. And you notice I changed the wallpaper and the color of the panel. And you see I added the weather. I did get the internet connected automatically now. I add two icons down here, the terminal console and Firefox, the browser. And I got it set up for default also. So first thing I had to do to fix this, to get full screen, I had to install the Guest Additions CD. Now it wasn't installed, so here it said install, so I went ahead and installed it. But I should install a couple things before I ran out, because I installed it and boot up and I got full screen, but everything didn't work quite right, not 100%. The cursor, I couldn't, every time I try to close, say I want to close up here, I was stuck in here, and to get out of it I hit Control and R so I can have control of my outside cursor, and then every time I click in here I had to capture this cursor, so that was a pain. And plus I had a notification that some kind of VirtualBox modular error, and that got annoying. So the things you should install before you do the Guest Edition is, let me see where we're at here. I believe it was this one here. Is you want to install, I don't know if this is it, but you want to install GCC, and and you also need to install this kernel-devel. Both of those two things had to install to fix some of the problems I had, and then I had to reinstall the virtual this Guest Edition, and everything said okay, because I did get the error the first time I installed it, but I just ignored the error, and I got the full screen, but like I said, things weren't working exactly. So just install GCC and this kernel-devel, and then reinstall or install if you haven't installed yet, and everything should work the way it's supposed to be working. And that's how I saw that. And how to I installed it is, well, first let's go to distrowatch.com. And package manager, these are the cheat sheets. And Fedora and CentOS is using Yum, so I'm using yum instead. There was another option here, which I don't see here yet. Because yum is, yeah, they haven't updated this yet. Yum is going out. They're using a different package manager, a different command, which is npm or something like that instead of yum. But yum is working just fine. So to install, and sudo does work in here, and then you just put yum install gcc and then that kernel dev. Let's see, what was that? Just trying to, if you don't remember, you just keep devel. Yeah, you just install these two, which they're already installed, and you should be fine. Now I noticed that there wasn't no package manager, and I couldn't install it of the repositories that were already active. I had to activate additional package manager. I had to enable this EPEL repository to able to install the package manager that was recommended, which was yum extended, which is YUMEX. But to activate this is you just get the wget, which is already installed. You just do this line under I believe you have to have root, so sudo, and then to run it is sudo, and then run this command here, and you'll have the repositories that you need. Then you can go yum, and then I went to let me see. Let's see what happens when I. This should already say I'm already installed. Nothing to do. It's already installed. Now to install that in package manager, just yum install yum ex. I believe that's what it was. And nothing to do. That was installed, and that's how I got the package manager. This wouldn't run until I install this right here. These extra enable this EPEL, which you have access to more open source programs than what was set by default. And I haven't went to yum extended package manager and see what other package managers I could activate, so I might do that. We can do that now. Let's see, there's something else here that I didn't do here. Okay, this is nothing here. Alright, so that's how I'll go ahead and put this in the show notes, and this is not explained well, so I probably won't. I don't know. Oh yeah, and plus you want to do the yum update probably before you do this guest edition, so you won't have no problems with two kernels not updating correctly, and you'll get some errors by installing. So do the yum update and the GCC and the GNOME develop packages before you install this, so you won't have no errors. So I'll go ahead and we'll make this big now. So now I'm in, my VirtualBox, and then how I install this is add the widget, and then I just went ahead and add the weather. Well, actually, I think I went somewhere else. I didn't. But I mean, you can install it from there. But I believe I got the weather from somewhere else. I believe it was already installed here. I found it, and then I just activated it. Or I found it under system settings. But I believe you can do it from the widgets, which is, let me see, where is the weather? I'm trying to figure out how to, from here. Yeah, you just go here and look for the weather right here, and just click on it, and then you have to right click, and then put your location, so your location be there. So that's how you get that weather. On how I got this, where it's automatically, I right click it, went to network manager settings, went to wired, and then I went to edit, and then you see this where it says connect automatically. That was unchecked, so I just checked it. So now it's so now this is automatic. So that's how I got that. That was simple. And let's get out of this. And how I add these was first I deleted that the other browser that was here by default. I just right click and remove it from favorites. And then how I add these, I just went to internet, right click, and I can add it to my panel, and also you can add it, if it wasn't already added, it will say add to favorites. So I click on add to favorites, it was in my favorites, and then add to panel. And when you add it to panel, it ends up here. And to move it over here, you just hit this, and then these will be highlighted. And the item will be highlighted, and then I can just move it to here, like right there. And I can drag and drop wherever I want it, and then just drop it. And then when I'm set, just get out of it. And to do the terminal, also add it to my favorites. I believe it's under systems. Go under systems and go under gnome, and this is how I add to favorites, and then add to the panel, which was this one. Yeah, add to favorites, and then add the panel, and then and then it shows up here on the right. You just click on it and then drag it to wherever you want it, and then click on this, and it's set. So that's good. Now you see that I did the automatic boot up when I boot up, and how I did that is first you had to find out what display manager you're using, and for some reason this is KDE, but we're using GNOME displays. manager. And how I found that out is, let's see, I believe it went utilities. No, it went under system, I believe. System monitor, I believe that's what it was. Yeah, was it this one? No, that wasn't it. This. Try to figure out which one it was, but you just try to find out what's running in the background. And I noticed that what was running in the background was, I believe it was system monitor. And I went down here and I noticed there was a GDM, which is a GNOME display manager. And but I was reading the forums and stuff, and they said that the default display manager for CentOS for KDE is GNOME display manager. And I guess you can find that out which one you're using is if you went to user USR SBin, and you'll find the displays manager that you're using, and this is using GDM. And all I had to did is go to the program config files and just change something. So I went sudo nano. I went ahead and used nano, and then etc gdm custom conf, and then your password. And then you get here, and there's nothing here. I mean, you have this. Only thing I put in was these two commands under the daemon. So all I did is put automatic login equal my username on the system, which is Jimcrack. Then automatic login enable true. That's only two lines I put in this. This is just a menu to add things to your display manager. This is just the custom configuration file for GNOME display manager. So I just went ahead and put on these two lines, hit Control and X to save it, and then I just pressed yes. I didn't change none, so there was no option. But Y for yes, and then you reboot, or I think you can log off, and well, yeah, reboot, and then you notice that you're don't have to go into the displays manager, doesn't show up. And so that's how I did that. And how I changed the background, I just right click, default setting, and I just chose the first one, and then just press OK, and right here it is. And how I did this, change the icon, the color of the panel is under system settings, under work appearance, under desktop theme, and I chose auction, and that turned to the gray or black. So that's how I did that. And let's see what else I changed. I'm trying to figure out what else I did. And I think that's it. I got everything. We'll check out that Yum extender, which is right here. green. And yeah, we'll see what kind of repositories I got. Okay, these are the ones that are checked. Should I check any more? Good question. I don't know. I'm just gonna leave what's here so far, because so far I've been installing everything I need to install. And some of the other repositories here will have other packages to install that you couldn't have access unless you activate the repository. But if I ain't having any problems, then I would have to Google some of this, like this fast track and the CR, and I don't want no testing, so, and this media, and I would have to Google each one of these repositories to see if that's what I want, or just find out what, if I have a problem installing a package, then I just Google you know, where can I get this package, or do I need to activate a repository. So let's go ahead and install a game, I guess, see what kind of games we got. We'll just go available. And then I don't know if I can narrow it down. Let's see if I can narrow it down. Just put games. So right here's all the games, and we're doing KDE, and this is a card game for solitaire and stuff. So I can go ahead and click on that, and okay, there ain't very many more choices for games. Of course, I'm probably put game, and a little bit bigger list, but not much. But you know, that's still highlighted, and to install it is, I think you gotta right click it, don't you? No, just go here and let's see, work with pinning, watch Yum history, output, experience. Let's see, gotta figure out how to install it. Okay, this to install, apply. Alright, and then press OK. Okay, and that package got installed. So I should have games. Remember, I didn't have no games in my list. So games should be here now, which it is. And then the card game, and then this. Then here's the card game, which Klondike is the solitaire one. And I always do the 3. So you always go, if you don't like the color or anything, you just go under settings, and you can change appearance, some sound. You can play sound, with sound, do appearance, which one do I like? I always do these. Apply, and make sure the rules are the way you want them. Always like the 3, and maybe that's what it is. Okay, draw 1, draw 3. Always like the 3. So that's how I play solitaire. So that's how you went change the settings to your game. You just go and change your settings, and I can hear some sound. So, and so this is a pretty cool game, solitaire, or Klondike they call it. It's under the KPAT package, and that's all you gotta do. Then you can X the game by pressing quit here, or just press the X here, and you're out of it. So, and then like I said, I add these two, and if I want to package my file manager, I can put it here, but I don't go to it very often, and if I do, it's right here, so it's easy. If I want to put it there, I can. And this is how you log out and leave, and then other settings. But it seems like it works. Everything's working just fine, stable. I got things I want working to work, and of course, I don't have very many packages. This is where the software installer is. If you was looking for it where you didn't have to search. And then to get back to the all applications, just click on this. And GIMP is not installed. I like GIMP. Well, wait, let's see if GIMP is. Nope. And but we got the draw program, a paint program, which is pretty good. But yeah, I would want GIMP in here, so I would definitely install GIMP. And we can try to find that in the package manager, which we know it's here. And availability. And we just put GIMP here. And it found GIMP. We got extras. And here's GIMP. Extras. We got plugins. Let's see, plugins into the drag draw surface format. What else we got here? Oh, this is a pretty cool edit thing, so I'll go ahead and click on that too. And libraries. What kind of libraries? And even if you install it GIMP and you realize some of these packages you should go, you just go back to this place and install the extra stuff. But right now, that's all I'm gonna go with. And then you just hit apply down here on the bottom right, and press OK. And I'll have GIMP in that other program. So at least you got your package manager, the GUI, instead of have to use yum all the time. So that should be, let's see, both of them should be under graphics. Right here's GIMP, and the other program, it might be under others. Nope. I wonder where that went. Oh, right here it is. That pin. So that's installed. We'll see if the GIMP is all together or all separate. It's all separate again. I always like it together. The single Windows mode. So now it's single. I just like it this way. So just for me easier to work with than it all separately. But at least you can get it separate if you want. And I don't know if it has all the tools I'm interested in or not, but I keep playing with this until I get the way I want it. That's how you do that. And then the other program that we install, which is this one, which is a decent editor. I guess it's like a paint thing too, so this is a pretty cool program too. Close it. Of course, it's asking me if I want to save. Nope. So okay, we got that installed. Let's see, what's this? Something got appeared. Alright, but that's it. So we'll see if that disappears. I don't know what this is. Let's reboot. And it's giving about, I don't know, 6 seconds or something for the countdown, which you can edit that to number down so it boot up a little faster. So here's our CentOS 7 KDE. And also installed GNOME by accident. I ran a command and didn't realize I was installing GNOME, the desktop. So I just went ahead and let it continue. But you can change and get to, you can log out to get to the display manager. This is how you get to the display manager if you're not there when you first boot, and then to change to other package, I can go to GNOME Classic. So I have other choices when you install different package managers. I mean different desktop environments or window managers. They should be all listed here, and you can just boot to wherever. And the last thing you boot into will be the default until you change it. So that's how you do that. So we go ahead and boot back up in KDE. And everything looks fine. So this is it. So we'll go ahead and just turn off the computer now. And that's it. That's how I got things going the way I wanted it, and everything works just fine. So that'll be it for this episode 18 part 2 of CentOS 7 KDE. And the next one I'll be installing will be Android x86, which I never done either. I think you can run Android applications through this this Android x86, and I think it's just I don't think you can use it as a normal desktop, so you wouldn't want to use it as a normal desktop, but we'll find that out when I install it, see if I have any problems installing that. So I'll see you next time on episode 19. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.